The infraction on that paragraph relates to
That's Ghana Health Service. So are they here?
Ghana Health Service, are they here, head office?
Are they the ones seated around the table? Ghana Health Service.
We will deal with the Ministry of Health and it's a district health directorate. If you yield to
You come here to give us a deal.
Oh, no.
So allow us to do our work. So you have to sit through. So whether Ghana Health Service or the ministry. So you and your chief director. Ghana Health Service is not here. I'm told they are here. They are calling them because there were quite a number of them standing. We asked that they sit somewhere. So they are calling them in. You did not confirm this arrangement with us. So Ministry of Health, if you have any arrangements, you come and confirm with us as to whether that is the arrangement we should use. But you never came to us. And so we are following what we have decided to do. The guidelines have been given to us.
Mr. Martin gave us the program for today.
Yes.
For the program for today, we deal with Ministry of Health, its agency, before Ghana Health Service come with its, so he gave us a program.
Ministry of Health will have to sit through anyway, so, I mean.
Yeah, we agree to
the end
that.
Of the program.
Because of their numbers, that's why we are proposing, with a proposal, please, that if we could finish with the Ministry of Health and the other agencies, when Ghana Health Service comes, then we deal with Ghana Health Service and the regions and the district hospital. My plea, Honorable.
The regions under Ghana Health Service, there are many who are far away. So why don't we deal with them so they can leave? And the headquarters, you are here. It's only fair that we deal with those who are outside Accra so they can leave, and then you who are in Accra will continue. I think it's only fair that we do that, respectfully. Minister.
Honorable Minister, from the look of things, we may be here till 10 p.m. because you guys have a lot of infractions, and the quicker we do things, the better for all of us. But we can skip lunch, so would you. You will skip dinner. We will not skip, and we'll be here till 10 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Madam Chair, we're here for the long haul, and we are in it with you because we believe in the same principles. So I will excuse my team. We're waiting for Ghana Health Service, and then we will continue as you wish. Thank you.
Chief, I think you came with them, and we only ask that they sit somewhere so they don't stand.
If Okay. The next infraction is on paragraph 414, and that is Ghana Health Service Office. And Honorable Bao will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Chairman, and welcome, Director General, and your staff. Director General, the infraction relates to an earned salary. 2 officers separated from the Ghana Health Service, and instead of, stopping their pay per Regulation 92 of the PFM Act, you still continue to validate them. 1,455 Ghana cedis, and then one Elizabeth Insia, who also vacated posts, was paid 18,989.52 Ghana cedis. And the recommendation was that you should recover this amount with interest at the prevailing Bank of Ghana rate and pay same into the Auditor General's recovery accounts, or the validating officers and the Director General pay this amount. Have you been able to recover this amount?
Everybody. For Daniel Boateng, yes, we've been able to recover all the amount, and then the rest, we've referred them to the appropriate organizations to take care of that. Nonetheless, they've been able to pay part, and we hope that they will pay the rest once they are being followed. Thank you.
DJ, how much of this money has been recovered?
So for the 2, we've been able to recover 5,455 Ghana cedis. And with Daniel Boateng, we've been able to recover about 2,445 Ghana cedis. And then Elizabeth, we've been able to recover 3,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you.
I think with Daniel Boateng, Elizabeth is the validator here. The one who validated her, is he in this all?
Unfortunately not, because this was done in 2023, and the person who did that is not available. Nonetheless, the person's attention has been called, and the respective organization are taking care of that. Thank you.
DG, the recommendation of the Auditor General is that the validation officer should pay. So I'm of the view that the validating officer should pay. And so, Chairman, I think we should give the validating officer some timeline to pay this money. This will serve as a deterrent for people who validate others who are not opposed. Chairman, that's my view.
The validation officer, is he around?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Is he still with the Ghana Health Services?
Yes, Chairman, he's still with Ghana Health Service.
Okay, so he's going to pay this amount.
I will take it up, Chairman.
Okay.
We shall take it up.
We'll give him 90 days to pay this amount.
90 days.
Thank you for that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this paragraph has to do with single source procurement without approval. You know, the 5th schedule of the PPA Act, Ghana Cedis, national competitive tendering with its attendant tendering procedures as enshrined in Part 5 of the Act shall be applied. Where the entity opts for single source procurement, approval must be sought from the board. Realize that between April 2023 to December 2020, $453 to Akamai Technologies International, a company incorporated and based in Switzerland, in an international economic transaction for the provision of IT services. The transaction was accordingly carried out using single source procurement without approval from the board of the procurement authority. Further, management could not provide any signed contractual agreement between the contracting contracting parties, which details the nature and extent of responsibilities of the service provider. Now, the auditors are recommending that the DG should seek retrospective approval and also initiate the process of implementing the provisions under Section 92 of the Act 663, as amended, against the officers whose actions occasioned the anomaly. Mr. DG, what have you done about that?
All right, thank you so very much, Chairman. Management has submitted of the letter is GHS SD B9 stroke 2025 250813. So we are waiting the response on that. Thank you.
Okay.
PPA.
Please speak into the mic.
From PPA.
When did you send this request?
Auditor, when was the request sent? Just 1 second.
It was sent, I think, about 3 weeks ago.
I'm informed it was sent 3 weeks ago.
Abba.
You know, we had a challenge with the PPA issues when we had to now go for commitment authorization, and then we send them back to PPA. So that could have caused
Sir,
this delay.
This happened 2023. Then 2024 passed. 2025, April, passed. Sir. And then you sent the request just 3 weeks ago.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, I just inherited it, so I am 2025 born.
As for this, I just inherited. You stop using that cliche.
All right.
Because you inherit both the liability and the assets.
Very much agreed.
Yes. Was it a month or so ago, we had one fantastic CEO. He accepted that he inherited A, B, C, D. And when you look at the extent that he had gone to try as much as possible to address the infraction, we'll be happy to support you to make sure you clear this infraction. But don't tell us you inherited a few days ago.
All right. Thank you so very much. As I just said it in a jovial form, the reality is that we came in and we sent all these letters. So most of the things are things that we are sending for them to be addressed. So, I do agree, all inheritance, and I'm responsible for everything. Thank you.
Mr. DG, it is indicated here that you were not able to secure a signed service contract from the people because all the activities were done. It is indicated here that you were not able to secure a signed contract or service contract from the people simply because all the activities were done online. Is that true?
DG, it seems to me the gentleman sitting beside you has more information than you do. And, sir, who are you, sir?
I'm the internal auditor.
Internal auditor. Yeah. How come you guys didn't do the right thing at the time you were supposed to? You were there, right?
I was there, but I wasn't the director.
Who was the procurement officer?
So you sat down, and now the Director General who just took over is sweating it, but you were there. Approval?
Yes, please.
Where is the evidence? And have you shown that evidence to the auditors?
The money is gone.
Sir, the question is, have you given it to the auditors?
No, please.
Why haven't you given it to the auditors? And you are the internal auditor.
think, Mr. Chairman, I will show it to them after the sitting. It's here. The document is here.
But the auditors came there, they cited your office for this infraction.
At the time that they came, it wasn't ready yet.
It wasn't what?
Ready yet. At the time that they came to do the follow-up.
This happened in 2023. Sir, Director General, I'll give it to the auditors, let them review it and see if that's what they need. And auditors, please, we will need for you to follow up on this. And if they haven't done it, let us know, and there will be additional penalties for them. The next infraction, take care of that one. Ahinkwa, sorry. That is Kolebu Teaching Hospital, please. Can we have Kolebu?
Yes, the principal must go.
Huh?
The DG must go. Kolebu is not coming.
Yeah, Kolebu, please come in, and then maybe some of you will follow off, but the Deputy Minister, the Chief Director, and the Director General of Ghana Health Service will have to be with us.
There's no have to sit in for Kolebu. It's an issue on its own. Ghana Health Service is also an agency on its own. You understand? No.
Do we have Kolebu here, please? Have you guys been sworn in? Please use the microphone. We are recording everything.
Honorable Chair, we have been sworn in.
You've been sworn in.
Yes,
Kolebu
please.
have been sworn in. Okay, Honorable Ahinkwa will take care of this, please.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Can you introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Dr. Yakubu Seido Adam, CEO of Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
Administration.
Yahuza Jaola, Director.
Dr. Charles Nikwado Fepam, Director of Pharmacy.
Thank you, Chair. This infraction is about unpresented payment vouchers to a tune of 290,304. Some 5 separate payments were made, which amounts to 290,304 Ghana cedis. And these payments were not supported by payment vouchers, which is against the law. The auditors asked the acting chief executive officer to recover this amount and pay to the recoveries account of the Bank of Ghana. According to the auditors, management failed to respond to this issue. So, management, what have you done so far?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So far, we've been able to retrieve all the 5 payment vouchers, and we have forwarded it to the auditors for their validation.
Auditors, please confirm this claim.
Yes, Honorable Chair, the payment vouchers have been presented and they
27. And this is an unbudgeted 13th month salary payment. The amount in question is 14,823,000 from the internal generated fund between 2022 and 2024. We recommend that the acting chief executive officer should stop payment of 13th month salary and seek approval from Ministry of Finance through the Ministry of Health. Have you done that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the approval?
We actually was an instruction from the Ministry of Health that as a teaching hospital, we pay the 13-month salary. So that was budgeted for. And because we operate together, that is the clinical services and the pharmaceutical services, when the payment was being done, some funds were taken from the pharmacy unit to effect the payment.
You need to seek approval from Ministry of Finance through Ministry of Health. Have you done that? And you said yes.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Where is this approval?
Where's it?
So, Honorable Chair, what we did was that in our budget presentation, the 2023-2024 budget presentation, we actually budgeted for 13-month salary payment, which we presented to the select committee and was approved. So that is the basis on which we paid the 13-month allowance.
Mr. Chairman, a minute. The auditors have come in. Theirs is that you will need approval from Ministry of Finance. The select committee does not allot the budget. Ministry of Finance does that and gives every minute to seek approval from them. So the question is simple. Have you sought that approval? Yes, no. That is what we want to know. If you haven't, tell us the reason why you haven't gone for that approval. What steps you are taking to go in for that approval?
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. We have not gone to the Ministry of Health for that approval because because
you cannot justify. You haven't gone. So what process are you taking to go and do the needful? That is all.
Okay, Honorable Chair, going forward, we'll do that. We'll
it is not okay. It is what the public financial management is asking you to do. So it is not your will. Okay, we will go. No, sir. The auditors are very clear. They are saying that you are paying a 13th-month salary and you have paid to the tune of 14.8 million Ghana cedis. What they are asking you to do the right thing. Is that process too difficult for Kolebu Teaching Hospital to do?
Okay. Going forward, Honorable Chair, we'll seek the
You are not doing anybody a favor by saying going forward. That is what the law mandates you to do. So give me steps on how you are going to make sure you write to Ministry of Health asking that this particular infraction has been cited against us. They want it rectified. And so we are writing to you to forward this letter to Ministry of Finance to give us approval because we usually budget it through our IGF and then we pay. What we are asking you to do is do the needful when it comes to public financial management. Many a time, so you cannot sit and refuse to carry out directives from the audit service on how to utilize IGF. You have to utilize it according to the law. So, Mr. CEO, we would want you to take steps and within a week report to us, show us a copy of the letter you have sent to Ministry of Health, asking that they forward it to Ministry of Finance, seeking approval on your behalf so that you do the needful. I mean, that's all. Let's make things easy for all of us.
It's well noted, Honorable Chair.
Yes, sir.
Chair, the recommendations of the auditor were in two legs. The first leg was that they should stop the payment of the 13th month salary. Have you stopped that?
Yes. So what we are struggling with currently is the payment of the
Say, have you stopped that? Yes or no?
No.
Why?
Because we
let me come in here, please. The IGF is public funds. You are taking for the public, and you should spend it in line with the PFM Act. And so if the auditor gives a recommendation and you say you are not going to work with it, I don't know which laws you want to work with in this country.
Honorable Chair.
So you must put an immediate stop to it.
Honorable Chair, maybe I can give a background to solutions were communicated to by Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Employment and Labor Commission, as well as Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and the labor unions.
Dr. Ususeche, respectfully, if there's anything like that, give us the document to show, and then we all make progress and move forward.
Respectfully, we have. So we thought that would suffice.
So please, did you show it to the auditors when they came to your outfit?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we do.
Auditors, can you please confirm? Because the CEO and the gentleman who just spoke didn't give any indication to that effect. They said they haven't done it. You were here. You heard them say they haven't written.
Honorable Chair, no such document has been given to us.
Respectfully, you are dear, cherished doctors. We ask that you go back and do the needful. And we solve the problem. Hey, doctors, even lawyers don't litigate like this. Oh. And you want to litigate on matters that is not within your purview. You don't have the strength to litigate. Yours is to take care of us and make sure we are good. So let's do the needful and move and make progress. Thank you very much.
Well noted, Honorable Chairman.
I'm confused here. I'm very confused. The auditor said, stop payment of 13 months' salary and seek approval from Ministry of Finance through the Ministry of Health. What is so difficult about this statement that the two of you, you've told Madam Chair that you understand? I don't think you understand what you said. So tell us, what do you understand?
Actually, it was a union request, and the government at the time subscribed to the fact that going forward, we, the hospitals, will be paying the 13-month salary. And like my colleague indicated, we have
letters.
Yeah, that communicated to us that we can pay the 13-month salary.
So if you have the letter, why didn't you give it to the auditors?
Honorable Chair, we have the letter instructing us from the Ministry of Health to pay
to the auditor.
That is what I indicated earlier, that we have forwarded it to the auditors.
Auditors, do you have any communication like that?
Honorable Chair, I did indicate that we don't have that document.
Doctor.
Yes, so I think...
Where? Question is, where do you have that letter?
Where?
Where?
No, we have it here. We have it. We even
you have the letter here.
Yeah, we brought a copy.
Can you make sure that you give one to the auditors, please?
Come again? Of course, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Let's go to the next infraction. The next infraction is unrecovered salary advance of 195,000. We recommend that the Chief Executive Officer should ensure that the Acting Director of Finance recovers the total amount. Have you recovered this 195,000?
Yeah, Honorable Chair, we have recovered in full all the 195,000.
Do you have evidence of it?
We have evidence of it.
Have you given it to the auditors?
We have shown it to the auditors, yes.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that the entire amount has been recovered.
You see, that one, you had evidence. You gave it to him. The other one, give the letter to the auditors, and Honorable Payto will take care of that, please.
Chair, thank you. This is about revenue loss. That is 2023, January to 2023, December. A total amount of 3,817,195 was unable to correct as a claim rejected by NHIS and then other, other private insurance. I want to know if you have making any steps to recover that and then pay same to Auditor General accounts.
Thank you very much. I think these were losses that were occasioned mainly by NHI policy restrictions. We did indicate the last time we appeared before this committee that we had some restrictions with the NHI policy. For example, multiple attendances at the hospital. When somebody presents or comes to the hospital, NHIS recognize just one clinic. They can ask you to go to the lab, but NHIS policy restricts you to only one claim per day. And then, which means that all the other places that you visit, the claims will be rejected.
Respectfully, have you brought this to the attention of the minister or the policymakers?
Yes, so the last time we presented, they asked us to write to the Ministry of Health, which we did, and then we also did a follow-up with another letter. We have done all that, but we have not received any response from the ministry yet.
Okay, so Deputy Minister, if you would take it up and see to the resolution of this, we'll be very grateful. Thank you.
The next infraction is on paragraph 437 and Honorable
private health insurance indebtedness to the tune of 235,582. It was noted that Kolobu Teaching Hospital provided healthcare services to private health insurance holders. However, the private health insurance providers owned the hospital a total with 445,436,000 recovered, leaving a difference of 235,581, as shown below, from the defaulting private health insurance. DG, do you have anything to say on this?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Currently, we have fully recovered all the outstandings from the private health insurance companies.
AG, can you confirm this for us?
Honorable Chair, total amount has been recovered.
Great. Let's move to the next one, paragraph 441. And Honorable Simon will take care of that one.
Thank you very much, Chair. The infraction is about a judgment debt of 113,500, but medical negligence leading to death.
No.
One of them was overdose. The other one was exhumation of a body because the body that was given out to the family was the wrong one. So they had to go and exhume the body and then all that. I can imagine what the families would have gone through, and I want to sympathize with the family. I mean, it's becoming one too many, and I feel that we cannot continue to do this to our citizens. We expect professionalism, and so I want to find out what measures have been put in place to ensure that this does not happen. But before that, let me say, Minister, thank you for coming. You know well. I wish you well. And so I want to know what has been put in place to ensure that this does not happen, because we can't continue like this.
Hello. Honorable Chair, well, this issue occurred during the COVID restrictions. We had our hospital team, and we also had the COVID team. The bodies were released. However, in taking the bodies out of the hospital, the external COVID team swabbed them. That was what occurred. So when the families notified the hospital, we had to, a request for exhumation was done. And the hospital actually paid the money as cost of the exercise because there was an advantage in disguise. In the training of pathologists, there is exhumation pathology, which the specialists have to go through for you to exercise that. So this, though it occurred, it gave us the opportunity to train our people in matters regarding exhumation pathology. And so the cost was, yes. So on the basis of that, it was the cost of the exercise. And then the cost of our team, the team that was supposed to learn from the exercise. That is what occurred.
This response, to be honest with you, I am appalled by this response because...
Honorable Chair, actually, we correct. Yeah, I'm coming to do that.
Director General, what I'm interested in is you are supposed to recover the money. Those officers who caused this negligence, they were supposed to recover the amount from them and pay to the Attorney General's coffers. Have you done that?
That was the...
Yes or no?
Actually, that was the external COVID team who swapped the bodies. So, so we...
CEO, the answer we want is yes, we have. No, we haven't.
No. Yeah. Actually, we are sorry for exactly what happened, but we haven't still recovered.
CEO.
Yes. Mr.
The
Chair.
recommendation, let me read you the recommendation on paragraph 443. We recommended that the acting chief executive officer should recover the total amount of $113,000 from the officers whose negligence occasioned the payment of judgment debt and same paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account at Bank of Ghana, failing which the acting chief executive officer should pay. Have you done that?
Honorable Chair, we haven't done that.
Why not?
Well, looking at the two situations, both were difficult circumstances and like...
Chief Executive Officer.
Yes, they were...
we give you 90 days to pay this $113,000. Thank you very much. And then show to evidence of that to the auditors. Now, let's move on to the next one. It's paragraph 445, please. And it's about rent defaulters. And they've defaulted to the tune of 268,000 Ghana cedis. What has happened to this amount?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Currently, as we speak, we've been able to recover 107,000 of the amount, and recovery is still in progress. We have written letters to the defaulters, and we're giving them a deadline of December 2025 to pay in full all the amount that they owe.
Auditors, could you confirm what?
7.85 to have been recovered, leaving a balance of 167,000.
Will you cover the rest of the amount?
So by end of December, we hope to have recovered the rest of the money.
End of December, the auditors will be there to confirm. That's a promise you are giving to this committee.
Yes, please.
And the whole country. They are watching you.
Yes, please.
All right. The next infraction is on paragraph 449, and that will be Honorable Elikplim.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the infraction, misapplication of 24-hour pharmacy drug fund. I want to find out, it's the tune of 12,260,112.91. Director, can you tell us when we are going to pay this money?
From actually our pharmacy account to make the payment when the pressure was on us to pay the 30-month salary. So we have arranged, and that by monthly installment, we'll be remitting those monies to the pharmacy unit. Thank you.
And here you are telling us that you didn't have the money, so then you had to go and take money from the pharmacy.
Honorable Chair, what I meant was that the pharmacy and the service budget is together. It's not separated that we are going to pay explicitly from service or drugs. But we said that we budgeted it.
Sir, why do you think we have separate accounts? At the Ministry of Health, there's the goods and services accounts, there's the compensation accounts, and then there's also the capital expenditure account. But who says if you want money from the compensation accounts and you don't have money, you can go to the capital expenditure account, all because it's the ministry's fund, and take money from there?
Honorable
Respectfully, you
Honorable
are flouting the PFM rules. Let's all do the right thing. You doctors, your mandate is clearly spelled out for you. But where you have a lot of infractions like this, it doesn't speak well of all of us, especially our doctors who are managing some of these things. You don't have monies in the respective accounts that you draw the 13th month salary from. Then you go to the pharmacy account to go and take money from there because it is all money. But that is not the law. Monies that are put in respective accounts are for specific purposes. Otherwise, we'll just lump everything into one account. Otherwise, government will just lump all the monies into one big account and say, this is it is for Ghana. It is taxes that are raised for everybody. So then everybody, if you don't have money and you want money, just dip your hand in and take. Respectfully, that is not how we run public finances. Ministry of Health, you have to take a closer look at this and make sure the right thing is done. Already you have a lot on your plate. We've taken care of many cases and other equally important things that you should address. You shouldn't be sitting here to be addressing some of these things. So please, 12.2 million Ghana cedis. How much have you put in the account as we speak today? Monies that you didn't have that you took from the pharmacy drug fund. How much have you put back into the account to defray the 12.2 million Ghana cedis you paid for the 13th month account?
So we arranged that we'll pay it by monthly installment. And
the question is, how much have you put in? Because you paid in December.
We have not
commenced.
We have not commenced.
September 2025. So how much have you put in?
We have not commenced. We will commence next month, God willing.
Come on.
Madam, let me ask you something. Are these guys politicians?
No. Yes.
You see, when you say corruption, they will say politicians.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now let's move on. Boston Day. Look, how long is it going to, what time limit do you need to pay back this 12 million?
So by 12 monthly installment, we'll be able to finish.
Sir, within 90 days, transfer that money back. Within 90 days. Otherwise, you come and face us again.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Because when you needed the money, you quickly withdrew it from other accounts. Pay that money back. And you still don't have the approval. Okay, people are pleading on your behalf that you should have 6 months. Yes. Why?
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay, they are your people. 6 months, pay back the money. Honorable Day, you have the next infraction, please. It's paragraph 453. And it's an original health directorate, Greater Accra region.
I have a public interest question. Yeah, I think Kolebu is done. But we will give you the opportunity. No, you haven't been discharged yet. tell us the current state of our premier teaching hospital. Tell us the current state of our premier teaching hospital.
Honorable
And
Chair,
I also want you to throw light on the dialysis issue, the sickle cell issue that the NHIS has taken up. Throw some managing this so that the people who, for one reason or the other, are saddled with some of these diseases.
as we speak now, account national health insurance card, and they can access dialysis at no cost at all. We have also made sure
Since when did this start?
Well, we have been doing that for the past.
So there was a pilot phase, and after that, when it got fully rolled out, we have. And so people come in there with their health insurance, and then they get dialysis for free.
When did this start?
I think it was a latter part of last year. And it's continued since.
The latter part of last year, and it's continued
I have forgotten the exact timing, but I think right after the pilot phase was completed.
When was that completed?
Excuse me.
The pilot phase was...
Okay.
No, Mr. Chairman.
When was the pilot phase completed?
Madam Chair, January.
You are under oath. When was the pilot phase completed? See you. You don't say what you don't know, especially when you know it is not the right thing you are telling us.
Okay,
so I'm asking you, when was the pilot phase completed, respectfully? And provide us with the exact dates later on. Because you are under oath. You have sworn to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Like that, we'll go and cross-check and let you know exactly when we started the process.
Dr. Ususeche, you are on something. Respectfully, if the CEO will allow you to continue and then tell us.
Well, I think if it comes to the specifics, because I wasn't made aware that such a question will come up, I don't remember the details.
As for public interest questions, we ourselves are not aware.
Yes.
But as we sit here and the public tell us, this is our concern, can you ask, can you address this for us? We do the needful because we are here representing the public and the citizens.
But what I can confirm was that there was a pilot phase where we were giving money and then patients could come in and access the service. And when that's are the details, the fine details that I have.
Because I remember last year, that was in 2024, it was this project or this pilot was started.
Yes. So I think it's either, it was latter part of last year that we had that. Yeah. And then it has continued throughout, unabated. So what my chief said, that people come and get dialysis with their card is true indeed. It's going on in Kolebu as at now.
Dr. Ususeche, a lot of people are concerned, saying that that is not the case. That is not what is happening on the ground. Respectfully, see, when you have those kinds of ailments and you can't get care, you don't have anybody helping you with this. You are supposed. Where are you supposed to go to when you come to Kolebu? Where do you go to? You go to is it nephrology?
The urology Center of Excellence.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go there. What is the process? What are you supposed to do? You just present your card. It's not as easy as you sit here and say it. No, because I know people who have gone through it, and that is not the results, or that is not what they are given or they are told. So, Kolebu, I'll see you respectfully.
Yeah, Madam Chair.
Let us walk the talk.
Madam Chair,
if we
I
say
can
we are,
confirm.
please hold on.
Yes.
If we say we are going on with free dialysis, and it is for a particular category of people, let's state it clearly, so that when I come and I know that I'm within the age of this, I qualify for free dialysis, then I go. I'm above 25, and so I don't qualify, or I'm above a certain income, so then I don't qualify. Then we know. But if you put it out there that there's free dialysis, I go there and all I get is frustration. Respectfully, it is difficult.
Chair, who has National Health Insurance card at hand.
So I want
That
you
is
to
not
sit here
all.
and tell us the process so that when I come, I know this is it.
Exactly so. Once you come and show your National Health Insurance card, and you have gone through the process, they give you the treatment for free. You don't pay anything at all. Apart from that, we are also
Respectfully, what is killing us is the process. So what process do they go through?
The process is a new patient. When you come in, you have to give out your card. They will process you to be, at least you have a card of Kolebu. Once you have that card, in addition to your National Health Insurance card, you are qualified for the service. And that is not all. We are also making a frantic effort to make sure that we are able to take majority of our patients out of the dialysis. So that is why we mentioned earlier on that we are working on the organ transplant issue. And that is what we are doing. This year, we have operated about, most were successful. But we are not ending there. We are still going forward to ensure that it becomes widespread. So that's what we are doing, to ensure that we give service to our people at the time they need it most.
But you talked about the organ transfer thing. I want to find out if, I don't think we have an organ transfer law or anything to that effect. So, Madam Minister, this is also to remind your minister that it is very, very important that we have both the patient and the person giving the care. That is very, very important, and I think we should look at that one. The next one has to do with...
Madam Chair. We are working on it diligently, and it's not just for the transplantation, but also for surrogacy and for that whole thing about infertility issues. So we are very much aware of it, and we are on course, and we are working on it. So expect...
Can you tell us the status of the free sickle cell that the public hospitals are giving to patients?
Well,
and whether NHIS is covering that as well?
Well, sickle cell diseases too is also one of the debilitating hematologic conditions that we have. And that one, I can say that you come in with your National Health Insurance and you are taken care of. But we also screen the patients. It's not only the need for the screening, which we do. Either we get the eye doctors to go to the sickle cell department, or they are referred to the eye center to be taken care of. So sickle cell disease, too, like I mentioned earlier, is also covered under National Health Insurance. Of late, what we have done is we have made sure that we have the chemistry and the hematology labs within the sickle cell clinic, so that they don't have to travel far to the main clinic to get their labs done. So that it's going to be customer friendly, or in other words, it's going to one-stop shop. We handle all their cases and discharge them, Madam Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much. Than they left, especially with some of these diseases, the sickle cell disease, the kidney disease that we're talking about. So respectfully, I pray and hope that with the support of everybody, and you can do exactly what you are telling the people of Ghana today. On this note, I think I'll leave it for Chairman to conclude on whether you've been discharged or not. Thank you.
Sir,
thank you, Madam
Chair. Sir, you are discharged. Now, Regional Health Directorate, Greater Accra Region, and the Ghana Health. Could you please introduce yourself to the committee?
Greater Accra Region.
Yes, Honorable Chair. My name is Alexander Sean Profson, the Regional Internal Auditor.
Good afternoon. I'm Regina Okaimo, Deputy Director of Finance.
Greater Accra region.
All right, my name is Leslie Isa Adam Zakaria, Acting Medical Director, Greater Accra Regional Hospital.
Okay, your infraction is on paragraph 453, and Honorable Fred Day will take care of that one, please. Excuse me, before that, have you guys been sworn in?
No, Honorable Chair.
Oh, then, Clerk, please swear them in. Where were you when we were swearing in everybody?
I, Dr. Robert Amesia, swear
touching the matter in issue.
touching the matter in issue
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
The whole truth.
the whole truth,
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me.
Okay, Honorable Day, go ahead with your...
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Witnesses, are you ready? Okay. Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Our next infraction has to do with abandoned projects. And, Honorable Chair, Section 52 of the public be responsible for the asset of that institution under care of the principal spending officer of the asset. Now, we're talking about the Greater Accra Regional Directorate of the Ghana, a project. The auditors noted that the Regional Health Directorate of the Ghana Health Service, situated at Adabraka, Accra, was awarded to a contractor at the cost of 787,000 cedis plus in the year 2000. At close to 9 payment certificates, interim payment certificates were raised and paid. But till date, the project is not completed. Indeed, it has been abandoned. The auditors recommend, as a matter of urgency, that the Regional Health Directorate should liaise with the Director General of the Ghana Health Service through the Ministry of Health to the Minister of Finance for release of funds for the project from being done close to half a century now, or a quarter of a century, that the Regional Health Director and what is happening to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Chair. The state is still the same, but as directed by the auditors, we've communicated through the Director General to the Ministry of Health, and the ministry has assured us that they are repackaging the infrastructural development in the whole country, including that of our Regional Health Directorate, but the state is still the same.
Honorable Chair, could you highlight a bit on what has prevented the project from, what challenges has actually prevented it from it being progressed and then completed?
Funding.
Okay, are you done? All right. Regional medical stores. That's under you too, right?
Thank you, Chairman Dr. Robert Amesia, for what you did for the Upper West region, Nandom, and everybody. We appreciate you. We are happy.
We pray you do more for Greater Accra. Doc is a regional director.
I didn't want to come in when I was not invited. But thank you for the compliments and the kind words. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Madam Chair, he did a good job for the Upper West people. Well, Doc, we are looking at institutional indebtedness to regional medical stores to the tune of some 11,988,091 Ghana cedis. Medicines, drugs were supplied to 132 health centers, including private health institutions. And these monies have not been paid to the regional medical stores. Management responded that measures have been put in place to recover the indebtedness from defaulting health facilities. Auditors, I don't know, they didn't tell us what measures they've put in place to recover the money. So, Regional Director, can you throw some light to this? Why so much money, 11 million, almost 12 million Ghana cedis in debt? You take drugs. These facilities, when they take the drugs, they sell. They don't give you for free. So how come that they are not able to pay back?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. A task force was set up to go around, and letters were also written to defaulting institutions. Immediately after the audit observation, 4 million plus was recovered, and then additionally, another 5,600,000 was also recovered. The recovery is a continual one because people come for medications, they utilize it within a 90-day period, you do a follow-up to collect. So subsequently, some has been recovered and it is ongoing.
Honorable Chair, per our last status, 276.32 has been recovered. They have, though, indicated to us that more has been recovered, but we are yet to confirm that.
Do you have the receipts of the 6 million plus that you paid? Can you confirm?
Yes, we have, and we will do the reconciliation if given the permission after this.
And we'll
all right.
Respond to that.
Please make sure that you give it to the auditors on it. And that's a very good job done. I mean, we know that when you don't do well, we all talk about it. But if you do something good too, we need to commend you on it. You've done very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Regional Director. You've done well, you and your team. You didn't respond like you and I were not there. So,
Regional medical stores, you are discharged. Now, we need to recall Kolebu. Sorry about that. We need to recall Kolebu. National Cardiothoracic Center. National Cardio Center, Kolebu. Have you guys been sworn in? You haven't? Okay, then Clark, swear.
I, Dr. Cole and Swamensa,
Swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
shall
be the truth,
the truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Could you please introduce yourself to the committee?
Honorable Chair, my name is Dr. Cole Nsuamensa. I'm the director of the National Cardiothoracic Center. Nsuamensa.
Nsuamensa.
Yes, my lord.
Munir Al-Hassan, I've introduced myself, Honorable Chair, Director of Administration, Kolebu.
And Dr. Franco Ususeche, Director of...
Okay, Madam.
Thank you very much. We want to find out from you, in terms of your charges at cardio, according to your Auditor General, Parliament approves fees and charges to cover for services that are done or given by the public. And per the fees and charges that Parliament approved, and what the cardio center is also charging. In certain instances, they are, I wouldn't even say 500%, in certain instances about 1,000% increment in what has been approved. And so I want to find out from cardio why they are operating contrary to the fees and charges that have been approved by Parliament.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. Honorable Chair, this came about at a time when there were astronomical increases in the consumables and equipment that we procure from outside. Heart surgery is extremely expensive. Virtually everything we use for heart surgery is imported. And we were finding out that every time we made an import, the price was more than what we bought before. We had a dilemma between keeping the old charges and making losses, and then recovering costs. This can be available continuously. We are the main service provider for West Africa and the only training institution. And it is crucial for the country that we are able to maintain our facilities to the standard and the level that is required. So that is how it occurred.
Yeah, I understand your explanation very well. But it is illegal. And so you should have taken steps to rectify this. Not too long ago, so where was cardio when all these things were being done? Because I remember they met a couple of these agencies at the hospital and the various distinct units at the hospital. They came to justify why you cannot continue to do in Appendix F of this document. The auditors are saying that for consultation, the actual rate is consultation does not include any importation of items. And bypasses and all the way over and above. There's Parliament approved 20,010 Ghana cedis. The rate you're charging is 70,155 Ghana cedis. It may involve imported items. But what we are saying is that for those that involve imported items, one, do you receive tax exemptions for the items imported? Two, have you taken steps moving forward since these things were brought to your attention? Have you taken steps to speak to Ministry of Finance and to see if constitutes an illegality?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Indeed, we have done so. I believe there was a mix-up in some of the figures. For example, the consultation fee of 12,000 cedis. It's way above what we actually charge. I think the highest is 500 Ghana cedis. So there must have been a mix-up over there, which we will resolve. But we
that cannot be, because if Parliament has approved 1,334 for you, why would you charge something lower? Right? Why would you charge 500 Ghana cedis? And where you haven't been given permission to charge, you charge over and above. It doesn't add up. Because in the rates, the fees and charges, Parliament is giving you approval to charge 1,033, 1,330 for that. And it's with Ministry of Finance. There's a department called the non-tax revenue units. speak to them. They handle the fees and charges. Maybe you speak to them and see how best, through your minister, you can put it together as a policy item to cabinet for cabinet approval, because usually the fees and charges, it goes through cabinet for approval before it comes to parliament. So you have to look at this and see how best you can rectify this, because clearly this is not right, and we cannot be seen to be peddling an illegality. I hope we all understand. We are all on the same page on this one.
Very well understood.
We protect it and guard it, and also sustain it, but we have to do it right. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman, well noted, please.
All right, the next infraction is on paragraph 465.
This also has to do with payment of allowances without board approval. And the auditors are saying board had written to the minister awaiting response. This was in somewhere in December or first quarter of 2025. So if we can get the latest update on this, we'll be very grateful. Where's the Director of Administration? I think this has to do with Kolebu. Yes. Because it says we recommend ministry. And so we want to find out what is the latest update on this one, please.
Yeah, we've written, the CEO has written to the ministry for approval. And normally such letters, we don't get feedback. We just write and continue to follow up. We are yet to get the feedback.
Respectfully, can you show us proof of the letter that you have sent to the officials? You knew you were going to address this infraction today, so you should have come prepared. We called you here in respect of infractions cited by the Auditor General's reports, and you knew paragraph 465 was one of the queries that you were going to answer to. So you can't explain it casually. Can we have the letter? You have written the letter. I respectfully will discharge you, and within an hour or two, let us have a copy of the letter that you wrote to the minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Service that you are offering to the nation. We will do everything to make sure we sustain this. But it's just that we must do things right. So that at the end of the day, as we're doing the right thing, we are not breaking the law, and we are achieving our objective of saving lives. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chair, we'll continue doing the right thing without breaking the law. Thank you.
The next group is National Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burns Center.
Director of Administration, it's 1:25 now. We'll be grateful if you can have the letter by 3:30, because you said you have done the letter and you have sent it to the minister. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chair, yes, this is still part of my business. They are still part of Kolebu, and we are a whole together.
Director, there's no way you are going to look for the letter by yourself. You have people who work under you, and you can delegate. That is why you are the director. Yes, so respectfully, if you can come prepared. But you are the premier teaching hospital of this country, and you need to show that. So in 2 hours, we expect you to bring us the letter on an oath to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
National Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burns Center, are you here? Yeah, have you guys been sworn in?
Yes, sir, we were.
Okay, can you introduce yourself to the committee?
My name is Dr. Edem Kofi Anyigba. I'm a consultant plastic surgeon and the acting director of the Plastic Surgery Center of Kolebu.
Thank you. In your case also, payment of allowance as allowances without approval. And the recommendation was that the director should desist from paying.
Well, when I was given the responsibility of running the center, I followed up on this issue. And I have with me a letter that I had written And in this letter, there was a letter that was previously written to the hospital management to get the memoir.
Yeah, 13th of August, what year?
2025, same subject. So because we are under we operate under Kolibu's guidance, we are still waiting. It's still the same issue. We are all waiting for approval from the ministry.
Did you show copies of these letters to the auditors?
Not bring that one along, but I have the one that I wrote to follow up on that previous memo.
Let me ask the question again. Did you show these letters to the auditors? And it requires a yes or no.
Yes.
You've shown it to the auditors?
Yes, sir.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, we don't have a copy of the letter.
Actually, yes. This is, okay. This is one of them. I don't have that one here, but I have that one. I have it in my office. Yes.
But in the meantime, while you are nicely exchanging the documents, can you educate us on what inducement allowance is?
So, it's a form of allowance which more or less tops up employing oddlies and different cadres of staff became difficult. So those who were, a few in my center, as long I've been there for 15 years. Whilst I've been there, some of these people have passed away, some of them have left, and we've not employed new ones. So the extra work that we give to the other staff, we try to give them something, and one of them is 75 cedis a month for an oddly. Some of them are accounting clerks, and some of them are billing clerks within the unit.
It's a good thing, but I mean to induce people in that way because they are doing extra work. But let's do it right. That's all we are saying. Let's just do it right.
All right. Have you given copies to the auditors?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we have a copy now.
All right. They will look at it, okay? The next infractions on paragraph 478 is it's 473. It's uncompetitive procurement. Now, when it comes to uncompetitive procurement, you have to answer to the Attorney General. I'm recommending that you should be prosecuted for it. The next, and I think that will be all for you. The next institution is National Center for Radiotherapy and Nuclear Medicine.
Respectfully, Honorable Chair.
I'm all ears.
Well, so when the initial audit observations were made and these issues were raised, we asked our procurement officers to bring us the evaluation reports on all the audits, all the procurements that were cited. And they've brought, and then number of tenders was 3. Some of them are as high as 7. So the problem here was that I think the documents at that time were not made available to the auditors. Consumables, where we have evaluation documents which have gone through the right processes for 3 different companies that were invited to bid for the tender. In one instance, we had 6. In another instance, we had 7. So
Sir.
They were really not uncompetitive tendering in the sense of it.
Sir, please, without due respect, if these documents were around, how come they didn't give it to the auditors at the time of the audit? They probably spent about a couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks at your institution also.
Yes, sir, they did. I would have to apologize for this one.
And you see, when it comes on competitive procurement, it's a very serious infraction. And I wish you had a PFM Act for you to go to Section 20 of the Public Procurement Act as amended 2016, and then you look at Act 914. It just calls for prosecution. But I have some people around me who are saying that's for doctors. So,
Not that they are not prosecuted, but you know, it could have been done in an emergency situation. That's why CS wants to let it.
you see, they are claiming that it could have been done as an emergency or whatever. Me, I don't buy. Me, I would want to prosecute you. But since they are pleading on your behalf, I will let it go this time. But make sure I will give in to.
Thank you, sir.
Go and sin no more.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
National Center for Radiotherapy and Nuclear Medicine, please. You are discharged. Have you been sworn in, please?
Not yet.
Clerk, could you swear them in, please?
Aye.
Aye.
Evidence I shall give before this committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue. Help me, God.
Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Director of the Oncology Center at Kolebu.
Mahama Isa, Head of Administration.
The infraction is on paragraph 476, and Honorable NS Enim will take care of that one.
Thank you, Chair. So this infraction has to do with unapproved payment of allowances from brachytherapy treatment. So the auditors noted that a portion of revenue generated from the treatment of brachytherapy patients totaling 1,300,105.45 was paid to management. The auditor's recommendation was that you desist from paying these allowances and seek approval from Ministry of Finance through Ministry of Health. What I would like to find out from NCR and NM is whether you have desisted from paying these allowances and what steps you have taken with regards to seeking approval from Ministry of Finance.
Requesting approval from Finance through him.
Do you have any evidence of this?
Definitely.
Can you confirm if you received any evidence of them writing to the Chief Executive?
Honorable Chair, we are here to receive a copy.
Director.
We have just been given one.
Director,
just now.
You had so much time to do this.
Please, we have.
No, you are just giving the paper to him.
No, we didn't give it to him now.
Auditors, can you confirm when exactly you received this evidence?
No, Honorable Chair, it was just passed on to me. And
Yes.
the date is 21st August, 2025.
It's over a month ago. So, Director, you are under oath, and you claimed here that you had given this evidence out. And the auditors are just confirming they only received it today. You had so much time. We were supposed to meet with you in August. It was postponed to now. And you are now presenting this evidence. I think that you need to give us better explanation to some of these things. So please, Mr. Chair, I think...
Thank you. Please, let a reminder. They're all here.
Oh, sir. You were here, you appeared
Yes.
before this committee in 2024, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And the same thing happened
Yes.
in 2024, didn't it happen?
Yes.
And we advise that you write a letter to the Chief Executive Officer of Kolebu for approvals, didn't we?
There was one letter he wrote, the first letter he wrote in April of this year. Auditors, did you receive any letter from them in April?
No, Honorable Chair.
Director,
I
the
did.
evidence is in what was presented to the auditors.
I did. You can go to Chief Executive's office.
So, Mr. Chair, I think I will refer
Honorable
this to-
Chair. Honorable Chair, he did right. Where I am not very certain of is when it was given and what and then I think there's a problem with it trickling up or down in this instance. But we've got two. Okay. All right. So thank you. I've been advised that we can tether these two in here.
So was
Thank
one
you.
from last year?
Yes, so I have one, a reminder on the 21st of August 2025 on the same subject.
But these letters don't have any letterhead on them, does it?
No, they do. So we have the National Center for Radiotherapy and Nuclear Medicine. So that is their letterhead.
Madam Minister, my observation is when it comes to auditors and doctors, it looks like the doctors don't want to respond to the auditors. Hey, that's the impression I'm getting.
Madam Chair, respectfully, I think that moving forward, we will take it seriously. We are pleading on your behalf. I don't think that we are taking it lightly. This is the law, and so we will abide by the law as you have indicated. Henceforth, every information in here will ensure that it is taken care of. Thank you, Madam and Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. So, Doug, I would withdraw the word lie. But next time when you are given evidence of this nature, please let us know the actual, yes. Thank you.
Okay, the next infraction is on paragraph 481. Okay.
Honorable Minister, there's a public interest question, and it has to do with, since this is the professor is a professor of oncology, he introduced himself. It has to do with this positron emission tomography scan, which is called the PET scan. Yes. Prof, I know what this type of machine can do in this country. Would you recommend that the minister with government put together a program to get this PET scan? Because I know it is, I'm told it is very, very good, and that it shows imaging tests of exactly where diseases can be found in the body. And the whole of Africa, I think there are just 2 countries or 3 countries that have this, Kenya and South Africa. I think in the previous government, we tried, but we were not able to get this machine. And so would you recommend, it's a public interest question that has been forwarded to me, would you recommend that with your minister sitting here, because it can do a lot in your department or your unit where you run, where you are the head, would you recommend and add your voice to what the citizens are saying, that if Ghana can also purchase a PET scan, at least for the whole of Africa, like the cardio is 7, the whole of, the whole of West Africa, like cardio is also serving the whole of West Africa and even beyond. Would you recommend, and if you can put in a word or two, for the citizens who are crying, that sometimes because of lack of this thing, they are not able to pinpoint exactly where the cancer cells in their bodies are for them to get the right treatments that they ought to get?
Madam Chair, you are absolutely right. Treating cancer is like your house. If you are unable to locate where they are, then the thief will attack you. It changes the scope of our treatment. If disease is, let's say, prostate cancer, and it has gone else to detect that it has left the prostate, and you concentrate on treating the prostate, after you have been successful with treating the prostate, the one that is located outside of the prostate grows. And therefore, what have you done? You see, you haven't treated the patient. Yeah, even Ghana has one in private now. Yes. But
exactly.
it will be SGMC. But it will be good for Kolebu, the premier hospital in the country, to own one.
Yes. And then UGMC as well. So, Minister, that you speak to your minister, and if they can take it up for the government, that's the public, to own one. Usually when the public...
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Prof. And everything that you talked about in terms of the PET scan is very, very important to the country, as you had indicated or alluded to. Ghana is not only lacking PET scans, we also have issues with CT scans and also some of our MRIs. The government is currently under the Mahama Cares, or the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, is putting together retooling of our hospitals. And sometimes it's not just buying the equipment, or not that sometimes, oftentimes it is not just buying the equipment, but it is the maintenance and the maintenance agreement that we have, the warranties. So we are seriously working on it to retool at least most of our major hospitals with some of these equipments, and also work on maintenance. So we're on course, and Prof will have his equipment, but it also has to do with the staffing, the people that run those institutions in terms of biomedical engineering. So we really need to look at that, and currently we are looking at it that even technical people in country taking care of our equipment, so we don't buy new equipment and then they run out after the warranties run out. So thank you, Prof. We are on it, and hopefully we can get you a PET scan in the next 3.5 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. And I know that will also serve to employ our nurses and other staff who are currently at home and are waiting to be employed once you bring all these equipment and you open up these offices. So thank you, and we look forward to that.
The next infraction is on paragraph 481, and Honorable Akwesi Kunedu will take care of that one.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Chairman, this has to do with an unserved bond by one of the residents of Kolebu. The name is Reginald Annan. Right? Do you know his whereabouts?
Yes, you are right. An oncology nurse. So did oncology nursing at the postgraduate level. And after that, you are supposed to serve for 5 years. But after serving for 2 years and some months, he absconded. We have made frantic efforts, personal contacts, and contacting him through his friends, but all to no avail. It is dealt by the Human Resource Department of the hospital. They have written to him also without any response. His guarantors. So we are waiting to see if his guarantors will approach him and he will respond to it. That has been our latest attempt.
Is the person in this jurisdiction?
No.
The person is for us to be spending on people on postgraduate specialist courses, if they would end up leaving, and we will sit here and still be crying about training of our healthcare professionals. Because if you train them and they are not serving the bond, does it really encourages us to continuously be doing that rather than giving them an opportunity to go and train them?
You are right, but I don't think I have the answers. It's a big problem. I think it will demand national solutions. Yes, it's a big problem.
Do you currently have some under training, some professional oncology nurse specialists under training that have been given scholarships to go and study?
Yeah, so what we've done, our strategy now is to increase the intake because the rate of attrition is astronomical. Yeah. At least if some leave, some will also remain. Yes.
At least we put
that is our
more in, less
strategy.
in. We put in more, then at least we can have some remaining.
Exactly.
I think let's keep trying and to find the person. I mean, probably at the end of the day, she's not coming to serve back. And I don't think we are even going to get this money from that person. I think we should just treat it as a national gift that we've given out. Because even if you find a person, but maybe what we can also do is to make these guarantors put in a bond such that at least if the person doesn't come, we can redeem those bonds rather than just making them sign documentary papers. But when they put in a bond, so that at least we can have possession of that. Because so that we can use to train the more that we are talking about putting them in. Because we also need some of them to be also here to serve the good people of Ghana. So keep on with that. And also keep updating the auditors so that some of these infractions can leave or anybody in the line of the system. But because of the documentary evidence of these individuals not coming back, it sits in the book as infractions of money misappropriated. And it doesn't serve anybody good. People will just take the book, value all of those ones, put them together, and that becomes the total amount of infractions and in terms of monies that have been misappropriated, which aren't the case. So at least collaborate well with the auditors and also with the HR, so that some of these things, we can just clear them off the books. And also to our brothers and sisters that are out there being trained by the state. Because of the need of your services, that is why these trainings are being offered to you. So we would urge them, once they come, they should try and serve. Because they still have their relatives here. You alone can't do the job. That is why you ask that some of these individuals are sent to be trained. So if not at all, serve the minimum period of years that you agreed to. Then if you leave, you leave. So that at least we can have a certain benchmark of trying to put in more people to train. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you are discharged. Now we have Greater Accra Regional Hospital, RAGE. Do we have RAGE? Oh, if not, let me call somebody from far away. Yeah. Yes. Okay, introduce yourself to the committee.
Okay, I'm Leslie Issa Adam Zakaria, Medical Director.
I'm Dr. Robert Amesia, Regional Director, Greater Accra.
Your infraction is on paragraph 485. An Honorable NSA Nim will take care of that one, please. 485.
So this infraction has to do with corporate debtors. So the auditors noted that 33 corporate organizations owe the hospital a total amount of $6,132,770.54. The auditors recommended that the medical director should ensure head of finance pursues these companies for recovery of the outstanding amounts. Head of finance, can you confirm how much of this amount has been recovered to date?
Yes, Honorable Chair. As at the outstanding amount being 890 cedis, we've reported the issues to IOCO. And as at last month, we were informed that certain recoveries were made. An amount of 65,000 was recovered from Ghana Statistical Service and one other institution. So we are in contact with them to get the update or the total recovery so far for possible refund.
Okay. Auditors, can you confirm the recovery of 5 million and also the other recoveries that have been made within the last few months?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm a total of 5,204,690.61 to have been recovered.
Thank you. I think, Mr. Chair, a significant amount of the debt has been recovered, and the steps that have been put in place to recover the balance is also in the right direction. So I think we can move on.
Okay, it's ongoing. So we keep touch with IOCO, and we keep writing reminders to the corporate organizations that owe us. So it's an ongoing process. Thank you.
Bank of Ghana can't pay 18,000. National Lotteries cannot pay 472,000. Ghana Standard Authority cannot pay fees part. I won't mention it. I will not mention, because they are showing us live right now. Hey. Okay, your next infraction is on paragraph 490. And Honorable Duke Ofuriata will take care of that one.
Mr. Chair, it's an infraction of revenue sharing without approval. The auditors noted that some monies which are raised from selected departments of the hospital gave them 7,065,676.15. The hospital has a policy of 715,761.92 on their staff. The question is, auditors recommended that the medical director should stop the payments of the allowances and seek from the Ministry of Finance through the Ministry of Health approval for this exercise. My question is, Medical Director, have you ceased payments of these allowances to your staff?
Honorable Chair, yes, please.
And have you written to through the Ministry of the Regional Director to the Ministry of Finance for the approval?
Yes, please.
Okay. To Chief Director, please, are you aware of this arrangement, this letter written, and how far have they gone, and what are you doing to help Rich Hospital receive this approval? Because it's very important to them, motivates their staff.
Yeah.
However, GRA will also be very interested in knowing what's going on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I would do a follow-up.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, please, the hospital, Rich Hospital, has written to the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance through the Ministry of Health for approval to make these disbursements. So we are waiting. And the Chief Director is going to help and follow up on this. Thanks.
Have they shown a copy of that letter to the auditors?
Chair, we are aware they earlier wrote to the Ministry of Finance for approval, but as to whether they have done any reminder for this year, we are not aware.
Okay. If you have any copies or you get any information, let the auditors know. Okay. The next infraction is on paragraph 495, and Honorable Shirley Che will take care of that one.
This infraction is to do with rejected NHIS claims. We noted, the auditors noted that health insurance reimbursement claims submitted by the Greater Accra Regional Hospital for the period 292 authority, with reasons such as overprescription, oversupply, inappropriate prescription, treatment diagnosis mismatch, unclear diagnosis, bill for multiple antenatal clinic visits, overbilling of medicines, provided service for inactive clients, duplication of claims on same day, and inactive membership. The auditors recommended that the medical director should use the vetting claims reports to recover the total amount from the officers whose actions and inactions caused this infraction, and same paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account.
Yes, Honorable Chair. We are unable to get the allowances from the staff. We looked into the case, and what we found upon our investigations, the LIMS, the software that the hospital was using, also contributed to those rejections. And so what management did was to engage the developer and then to resolve the issues, the initial issues that came out with the system. And then also empowered our vetting committees to up their games. And these measures has resulted in the reduction of the claims, which was, the rejection, sorry, which was above 8% in the year under review. It has now reduced to 3% in the following year because of these measures that were taken.
Payments. You are to recover the amount. It's not what measures you've put in place to ensure it doesn't happen again. Have you recovered the amount?
Yes, Honorable Chair. The issue was actually not entirely. No, Honorable Chair.
You haven't recovered. When are you going to do so?
Honorable Chair, the issue, as I said, was not entirely on the officers. And so it was very difficult for us to do the recovery. And so we're looking at the future. And so that is how come we took these measures to ensure that the rejections is reduced to appreciable level.
I think when you have the auditors come round, you have a period within which to raise your issues and period within which to address them. You had all that period, time elapsed, and that's why you've ended up here. So what are you doing to recover the money? We can't overlook this and look at the future. We need to recover in order to move into the future. What are you doing?
I mean, the challenge is that did not the mistake was not deliberately on the part of the staff. For instance, you write a medication, and then the diagnosis does not match the medication. Now, this might have been caused by a house officer who has just started. No, what I mean is, it is
Boss,
a new
please,
system.
take your time, because what you just said Are you saying the house officers are not capable of doing the right thing, writing the right? So please take your time.
Okay. Okay.
Please take your time and explain.
Yes.
They are real doctors who have passed out.
Yes.
So please take your time and don't say that they are the fault of house officers who are about. Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable
Doc,
Chair.
and let me add this to guide your answer. Your colleague gave us a reason that because of the limps that we are using and the initial setup and mishap with the limps. So when they went onto the limps, some of these claims from the answer he gave meant that they were justifiable rejections by them, which would not have been your problem or anybody doing wrong prescriptions. And that it has reduced it from 8 to 3%. So you should be guided by the answer that your colleague gave. Rather than moving, because the limbs, these are coded messages. So be guided.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I think I was just going to reinforce that statement that because it's a new system we had introduced and we have a new doctors coming in, it was a training process. And that's why some of them...
Recommendation was that failure to recover this, who is it? Should pay. The medical directors should pay. So are we going to hold our medical directors accountable and ask them to pay? Because so far you haven't told me anything about recovery. I'm grateful. It's very good that you're taking steps to prevent this in the future, which is laudable. But what are we doing about this infraction?
Another example.
Okay. So, Honorable Chair, thank you for, and we appreciate the question. Well, now, and we have tried to resolve it, and we are seeing results. If we could be aided to go in that direction so that we can further resolve the issue.
Mr. Chair, please, they are in your hands. I'm not satisfied with the answers, but it's your call.
Chairman, the director, you see, from where I sit, I'm much more interested in this because, one, it will even guide the minister and the directors at the ministry in terms of trying as much as possible to do certain things that will benefit all of us. And I'll give you one classical example. That's why I say be guided. They talk about overbilling of medicine. You see, you can prescribe a medicine that you would bill at the current market rate, that the NHIS is not billing at that current market rate. For instance, you may prescribe, say, artesunate and budoprutug. That probably will cost somewhere around 15 cedis on the market, but the NHI will be paying you 10 cedis. So probably they will just key in the market price. Some of these things, you raise them so that it will guide the minister when we are dealing with the formula so that some of these reviews can be done. So let us be a bit cautious how we approach answering some of these questions, because it would help all of us and guide us, because some of these things you see are not primarily some of these, because multiple antenatal visits. Somebody might go home and still feel like the person is having edema and want to come back. So there are ways that you must approach some of these things in answering them. So let's be a bit cautious and be guided.
All right, so what have we done about the recoveries?
Honorable Chair.
Yes, sir.
If you do permit, in the capacity as the Director General, I would request that I take responsibility to go back and look into this. It might not only be just them, but it could be a total system issue. And I will have meeting with the ministry and then the Health Insurance Agency to address this, and we come back. Thank you.
Director General, thank you very much for that statement. What would I expect you to do is within 30 days, very well. The next infraction is on paragraph 498, and I would take it. It's irregularities in the procurement method used. Public Procurement Act. Medical Director, have you done that?
So thank you, Honorable Chair. So management provided justification to the Public Procurement Authority and was granted approval for sole sourcing for the year 2024 as recommended by the auditors. So we've been given retrospective approval.
Do you have a copy of that approval?
Yes, please.
Did you give it to the auditors?
Yes, please.
Auditors, could you confirm that, please?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we have the approval from
Answers. 1 million Ghana cedis. We noted that the hospital paid allowances outside the health workers allowances package to the tune of 1 million Ghana cedis. We recommended that the medical director should have you done that?
Yes, please.
Do you have a copy of the approval?
We don't have the approval yet.
Do you have a copy of the letter that you wrote?
Yes, please.
When was it dated?
It was in February 2024.
Do you have the copy over here?
Yes, please.
Auditors, did you have a copy of the letter written?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we have that one.
Okay. The next infraction is on paragraph, and you haven't received any response yet?
Not yet, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Minister, there are so many of these letters waiting for responses from your ministry. Okay, let me move on to the next one. It's paragraph 505, and Honorable Quinster will take care of that.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Unsupported payment worth 237,808. Yeah, it was noted that 34 payment vouchers totaling this amount was not supported by relevant documents. And the evidence is in this table. Evidence in this table numbering to about 29. But selectively, I'm choosing the ones that are voluminous. That's Peduase Valley Resort. That is 49,000. Rose Fianco, okay, there's 1,000. Ya Aduma Boating, 22,000 something. Elijah Ado, 4,520. A lot of it to about 29 different groups. And the recommendation was that the medical director should recover the total amount from the head of finance and be paid into the auditor's account at Bank of Ghana. Has it been done?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Has it been done fully?
Yes, please.
Okay, do you have evidence to that, please? If you can let us have the evidence.
All supporting. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Honorable Chair, what they did was they presented the supporting documents for our verification, which we have duly verified. So not recovery, as he earlier indicated, not actual amount recovered, but documents were provided to support the payment.
Because if you had the documents on hand, you are giving it to the auditors. Just simple. They told about these unsupported payments. When they were leaving, they had an exit interview with you. They sent you a management letter. You had 30 days to respond. And all that, you couldn't give it to them. Then later on, you send those documents. Hey, are these people two politicians? Okay. You talk about corruption, they talk about politicians. The next infraction is on paragraph 510. And Honorable Bauer will take care of that, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The said paragraph relates to an authorized write-off of accounts receivables. And it was of account totaling 637,603.19 Ghana cedis for 113 patients, as summarized in Appendix G, was written off. And the recommendation was that the medical director should reinstate the total amount and seek parliamentary approval through the Minister of Health. Have you been able to?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And then have you written for the parliamentary approval to write them off?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Have you shown the evidence to the audit statement? But we don't have any evidence to the letter written to Parliament for approval.
Do you have the letter, the letter written for to Parliament for the approval, to seek approval?
Yes, please, we have it. We'll submit it to them.
But why didn't you share it with the auditors?
Well,
so left with the letter, but they say they have it. So we're waiting for your guidance.
When was that letter dated?
So it's the 10th April 2025.
10th April 2025. And the letter addressed to whom?
To the Director General.
Director General of what?
Ghana Health Service, through the Regional Director of Health Services.
Director General, you have a lot of work to do. They don't understand what procedure is. If they understand they are not going by the right one, then Director General, you'll be here with us till midnight. Oh. You see, the management response is funny. In response, management stated that these deaths were waived for accident victims, paupers, and street children without known relatives or guardians. After an verification at social welfare, there's no likelihood of recovering these debts, as stated in your recommendation. So they have reinstated these receivables. Rus. That's 637,000. They've given up. They're not going to collect it. So it's now in their books. Let me move on. The next infraction is on paragraph 515, and Honorable Alex Hotoje will take care of that one.
The auditors detected that an amount of 609 salary advances to 26 staff, out of which only 131,155.08 had been recovered, leaving a total of 478,800.83 not recovered at the dates stipulated. Now the issue has to do with when they met management, a new issue altogether came up. They indicated that it was not all the monies that were staff advances, that only 105,988.14 were 0.54 were staff advances, out of which only 13,300 had been recovered so far. It was later realized that an amount of 372,812.29 was an advance granted to Refua Imaging Project, which was an agreement entered with Refua for delivery of imaging servicing to clients. Refua needed, and the hospital advanced an amount of 372,812 0.29 Ghana cedis. The said advance was to be recovered from proceeds from the project. Now, the audit position is that management, what have you done about this particular issue so far?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So management so far has withheld an amount of 372,812 cedis from revenues accruing to Refua Limited. So we have the money. And for the salary advance, we have recovered 35,664 cedis. So the outstanding is 70,000, which we are.
Is how much?
It's fully.
It's fully recovered?
Yes, please.
Good. So when do you hope to recover the rest 70,000 from the salary advances, which they describe as being long overdue?
So gradually would fully recover the amount.
Medical Director, don't forget that this issue started around 2020, 2021, and 2023. And the value of the money is equally important. So I think you should speed up your recovery processes, because the auditors indicated that it has shown that there is a very, very weak control system of recovery in your hospital. So I want you to double your effort as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Can the auditors confirm what they've written?
665. They have indicated to us that they will do a set-off for Refua, but evidence as to how much they have to pay him or pay the entity that will be used as a set-off has not yet been presented, because we need to really indeed verify that this is how much they owe the entity, and this is how much they are using to do the set-off. We don't have that evidence yet.
Mike, how much do you say they've recovered?
The actual recovery is 35,665.
For the salary?
Yes.
Okay. Director, but you made us to believe that you fully recovered and retired that of the Refua imaging. But now the auditors are telling the operations that they were meant, because this is imaging. It might either be an X-ray, MIR, or something that you wanted them to do. Have they actually set it up?
Yes, please. So
it's operational?
Yes, please. It's operational.
Generating revenue?
Yes, please. And we are in revenue sharing. So the part of the revenue that should have gone to Refua, we are withholding it.
So do you have an account specifically dedicated for that escrow, that revenue that is coming?
It's the hospital account that manages it. We don't have an escrow account.
So that would be difficult for the auditors to verify that that amount that is supposed to come from that particular enterprise to recover the amount is actually being recovered. That is why they don't have any evidence. So how are you going to show to them so that at least the committee would also be satisfied that, yes, indeed, this amount of money is actually being recovered? How are you going to do that?
So we had a reconciliation with the Refua Limited as to how much money we are supposed to give them. And then we highlighted this advance payment. So they are aware that it's money that we are going to withhold to settle this debt. So I'm sure we would reconcile that with the auditors.
So how long has the imaging been in operation?
So this started in 2023.
2023?
Yes, please.
Okay. For now, you've not recovered anything. Please, add that to the referrals that have been made by chairman and give appropriate details to the auditors to verify that, because you've not recovered anything. Because you said you've done reconciliation with them and they are aware that this is the amount that we are going to.
Yes, we've not paid them.
They've not received anything from you for the operation?
In the past, they were receiving some money, but for the past one year, they haven't received any.
The status of this, and we don't want it to appear again. Yes. So that when you take the Auditor General's report, you just go and look at the summary, 2 billion misappropriated, whereas yours is in here. Please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
All right, the next infraction is on paragraph 520. And Honorable Cletus will take care of that one.
Yeah, paragraph 520, page 126. Yeah, it has to do with unpaid patients' bills, amounting to 406,845. So basically, patients were admitted and discharged, and because they could not afford their bills, the social welfare unit and the revenue unit guaranteed for them, and recoveries or payment have not been made since then. So if you go to page 508, appendix H, you see the list, plenty. So these are the people who have not been able to pay their hospital bills since, because I don't know your guarantor system. Is it that some staff guarantee for them or grant for them, or you, because they are not able to pay?
So thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So these are patients who came in as emergencies. We attended to them, and upon discharge, they couldn't pay. And if we keep them in the hospital, they will continue to be fed, they will continue to occupy bed space, they will continue to use the facilities. And if we analyze the situation, they are even going to increase our debt. They are occupying beds that maybe if they had left, we would have had patients who might be able to pay. So it's a difficult situation we find ourselves in. So when we are able to have their relatives or people coming to write undertakings, we accept them instead of keeping them there forever. And in fact, there are people who, if you even keep them if you allow them, they will even stay there forever. So we will have to find a way to get them out of bills, and we have to continue providing services to them. So we try to recover. So at least we've been able to recover 58 outstanding.
Well, let the auditors confirm, and if that is the case, I think you've done well. The recovery rate is good.
Honorable Chair, we are yet to have evidence of that recovery.
Sir, please, mention your name again.
Leslie Issa Adam Zakaria.
And what are you at the hospital? What are you at the hospital?
I'm the acting medical director.
Acting medical director. And you said you have recovered so much. Yeah. Do the auditors know about that?
Yes, it's information we provided. But
Sir, yes, I just asked you a question. Do the auditors know about that?
Yes, Honorable Chair. We provided the supporting document together with other documents to the auditors. So
when?
I think that's about a week ago. We finalized with them.
Sir.
Earlier, but even last week, yes, we made a follow-up. But like I said, we'll follow up, we'll reconcile with them.
What's your name again, please?
I'm Alexander Ashon, Professor.
Regional Health Directorate. As what?
As Regional Internal Auditor.
Regional Internal Auditor.
Yes.
And this was sent, you said it was sent to the auditors a week ago.
In fact, we met them a week ago, but earlier on. And last week, we met the team as well, but together with other documents that we sent to the audit team. And we have a schedule over here. Perhaps if the House will permit us, we'll meet them and provide additional copies.
Sir, do you believe what you asked? Director General, you have a lot of work to do at Ridge Hospital. I wasn't going to ask you about nurses and patients, but
I want to, the guarantor system that you use, I will entreat that and guarantee for them. Otherwise, you will always be in this situation. Because if you look at it, it is the revenue unit if you look at it, we noted that patients who were not able to pay their bills immediately after being discharged write an undertaking through the hospital social welfare and revenue unit to pay on later date. So is your outfit should try to identify a relative or somebody who is prepared to guarantee for them. The person could be a staff of the hospital, so that failure to hire staff, why we do that? You understand? It's just not your staff. I'm saying that if you know a patient, so if you are a staff and your relative comes to the hospital and cannot pay, and you come to go and talk about being a guarantor. You don't want to be a guarantor. Yeah, you want to come and these things, I know what I'm talking about. Mostly is you, the staff. You do them. You will go and talk with the social welfare unit, the revenue unit. Oh, he cannot pay. Consider blah blah blah. They consider, and then it will be captured in the Auditor General report. So let's look at it.
Honorable member. Honorable member, there's a question for the internal auditor.
Internal auditor, when you met with the audit team last week, did you by your own self have copies of the receipts from these individuals who undertook those bonds to come and pay? Did you cite documents of actual receipts?
Yes, Honorable Chair. There were bank.
Do you have copies of those receipts?
Yes, we still have. We can still provide it to the auditors. In fact, a very bulky document, so we can still provide it to the auditors.
Please do that, because your answers and the schedules that you are giving, what corresponding documents would be used to verify those schedules that you've written? You've written 20,000, and you give it to me so that I just take that, and that be fine. You see, some of these things, you don't take the audit serious. That is why we are here. You have all of these documentations. They come, give it to them, you don't give. At times, they will knock at your door, to rate, leave them. It's not nice. So we sit here, you see all the individuals seated behind you. They are waiting for their time so that they can leave. Just because of you presenting a document to clear some of these things. And you don't even find it serious. You find it amusing. And you come here and you feel like we are delaying you. Whereas you could have just provided us with those documentations.
Director General, as part of your report, let us know about these outstanding bills. And if you could give us the debts, I think that will help, because 406,000, then another 609,000. This is your annual budget. We are going. The next infraction is on paragraph 524, unserved bond of 61,903. Medical director, you were supposed to recover this amount. What has happened to it?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So management is pursuing Ms. Dauda Jamila and her guarantors to recover the bond amount. We have also reported the matter to the EOCO and the CID.
See, when you say that the management is recovering, how are you recovering it?
We try to reach the staff involved. Unfortunately, she's out of the country, so we attempts to get her to pay prove futile. So we had to report the matter to the EOCO to support us.
Didn't she have guarantors?
She had.
So why don't you go after the guarantors?
So we've submitted their list to EOCO as well too.
Oh, so you just push it to
because
EOCO.
we tried and then we're not getting any positive response from them. That's why we had to involve the EOCO.
They don't have phone numbers.
We call. They don't cooperate. Yes, please.
They sign the guarantor forms without addresses. All right. That Ahinkwa will take care of it. Honorable.
Thank you, Chairman. This infraction, as you said, is about unearned salary to a tune of 27,566. 4 officers who were granted annual leave failed to return to post after their leave had expired. However, management continued to pay them an unearned salary to a tune of 27,566. So according to management, they claim some payments have been made to a tune of 12,901 Ghana cedis, with an outstanding amount of 4,300 Ghana cedis. But the auditors are saying these payments that they claim were made have not been supported by any documentary evidence. So how do we verify this claim that some have paid, others have not paid? And those involved, where are they?
Yes, Honorable Chair, three officers involved. 3 officers involved.
Are they not 4? They are 3, okay.
3, yes. So, and we're able to recover total amount of 17,000 from the 2 officers. The one other officer, Caleb Kobe, is still outstanding, amounted to 10,000. And because we don't currently know his whereabouts, we have reported him to the Yoko for assistance. But respect to the evidence, we provided the evidence to the auditors. Evidence of recovery, we provided it to the auditors.
Yes, auditors.
Honorable Chair, we can confirm an amount of 17,202.56 to have been recovered.
This time around, you've done well. You've done well. It's a plus, okay? Keep it up.
Okay, Ridge Hospital. There's one, you have one public interest question to be asked.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this is a very simple one. Director, the infamous incident of August 20th has brought to the fore patient privacy, because I think it's very key. You see, you find patients lying on hospital beds, flying on social media. I'm not interested in the incident. But what measures have you put in place so that you don't find anybody under the pretext of asserting his rights entering into a hospital such as Ridge and any other hospital to abuse the right of other individuals in their weaker states? Because individuals who were found on hospital beds, flying on social media, assuming it was me, I would have sued the hospital, because I got my privacy invaded in the hospital. So what measures are you putting in place to offset that, so that you don't have people who just walk into hospitals and just be flying pictures of individuals on social media on hospital bed without their permission? Because even for a doctor to examine somebody, the doctor asks for permission. That lie down, I would want to do that. But I don't find people who just walk into hospitals and just be misbehaving and showing other people. So what measures have you put in place?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So we have a policy that is against the unauthorized places in the hospital. Unfortunately, people see them and still go against the rules. We have security, we've increased security presence at the areas that we consider hotspots, the emergency area, the mortuary, the outpatients departments, and then the main entrances into the hospital. Unfortunately, people start videoing before you see that they are videoing. So it's a challenge, but we are hoping that with the increase in security presence, at least as soon as it started, it will be stopped. We have also engaged the police to give us police presence, because we have noticed that people are more mindful, worried to us, even staff security, because these videos, they capture the faces of our staff and it puts them at risk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Director. But the last one, once you said you have brought some of these infractions that have happened on your premises, and what measures are you taking to, if indeed these are infractions that you also do not appreciate, that you've taken to deal with these individuals such that another person would not, even under the guise of hiding, go record people in their sorry state when they are in hospitals seeking for medical attention, so that it can serve as an example to other individuals. Once people's privacies have been invaded in your premises, what measures and what has the legal department of your hospital done so far?
Thank you very much. The legal department has noted with concern this issue and advised that we report the matter to the police. Presently, the police is investigating some of the issues. We are hoping that their results would help us. Thank you.
All right, Ridge Hospital, you are discharged.
But, Honorable Member, how about a patient? Well, we have situations where some patients themselves, they video themselves lying on sick beds and circulate. Yes, I'm coming. So your question was about somebody invading the hospital premises. But when you started, it was like the social media use taking pictures in the hospital. So all that I'm trying to say is that there are also situations where patients themselves also video themselves and video everybody. How do you handle that situation too?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think I'll make a statement on this. Patients have a right to disclose themselves when they're in the emergency room. So if it's a patient that is in the bed videoing him or herself, they have every right to that. What they don't have a right to is to videotape other people that are there. But at the same time, we also have to protect our staff. So patient privacy and staff protection, they go hand in hand. The ministry is on course. We are working with the emergency rooms across the country to ensure that all of our staff are protected and every patient that comes to every emergency room is also protected. Thank you.
All right, Rich, you are discharged before another question comes. The next group is the Christian Health Association of Ghana. Hello, have you all been sworn in?
Yeah, Honorable, yeah, I have been sworn in, but my colleagues will need to be sworn in.
Okay, Clerk, please make sure you swear the rest of them in.
Swear touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
The whole truth.
the whole truth,
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Yes, many thanks, Honorable Chairman. I'm Peter Eboa, Executive Director of CHAG. I've already given blessings and then prayerful greetings from CHAG. My colleagues have just joined. Thanks for giving us the... Here.
I'm Samuel Benedict Kokunuglega, Director of Human Resources for the Christian Health Association of Ghana.
Enoch Osei Adade, Director of Finance, CHAG. Thank you.
Okay, your infraction is on paragraph 863. And Honorable Abna Osei Asare will take care of that one.
Been flagged with. Non-compliance of steady leave requirements forms a chunk of that. What is the problem?
Yeah, very honorable, many thanks. I think the general problem or recurring pattern in a country now is that you sponsor staff with all best of intentions. They finish,
Then to another larger point. See, we train our doctors and nurses, and other countries come and poach them. All our good, look, go to New York City. Most of the good doctors over there are Ghanaian doctors. And they have, most of them too have skipped on paying their bond. So why can't we work with something that we deal with these? Let's do it. Other countries are shipping their nurses and doctors to UK and America, and they have an agreement so that we don't get bothered with all these things, and the country makes some money on it. The same way we used to get doctors from Cuba. Weren't we paying for them? Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's a very good topic. I think that we have had a lot of examples here. We are currently working on a program called the Managed Migration, so that can come back. And we can also that are interested in this program with Ghana. The issue is that most of them want our highly skilled, especially the nurses, so that we need to get one critical care nurse to go to, let's say, Barbados or one of these other countries. That leaves a big gap because turn the degree awarding, the diploma awarding nursing schools into a degree school, so that they will be giving out degrees rather than the diploma, like slow migration into it. And once that happens, hopefully migration well, where when they get there, they get paid, but yet they have a reciprocity and they can go back and forth, it out. But the idea is that perhaps we can approach them and they can also make some payments into our national coffers. Because of course we train them, they're out in these countries, they're making more money, some of them are earning dollars, some of them are earning euros and pounds, so why not make some sort of a payment? If you have been trained in the US, hopefully, in Ghana, sorry, hopefully you can make a little bit of payment towards the education. And so we need to sit at the table and have that conversation, and we are glad to figure out how best we can manage it. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, my issue is with those who have left. And so wherever they go to, don't they seek certification from where they left? Don't they? So who does those authorization of or the certification for them? Those who have left here, let me put it illegally, those who were to go for study leave and then to study further studies and then come back, aren't they supposed to be certified from where they left? So who does those certifications for them?
Thank you, Madam Chair. What happens, I can only speak for the US, is that technically when they come, they don't have to prove that they were experts in a different country. Every doctor that comes to the US has to go back to residency program. So whether you are the best surgeon here or you are the best cardiothoracic with all your qualifications, you still have to go back to school. So you
whether you go to school or not, but you have some level of certification that needs to be certified. So that you just go, then anybody at all can just get up and say, I'm a health person in this category. But then because they will not come back and check, I'm okay. When you are taking your certificate to further your studies anywhere, they come back to check. They do background checks, whether these things are authentic or not. So, and something relating to health, the human being that you are going to attend to. They say once they allow you to, start on the same school as any other person, it is fine. They wouldn't even come back to check and verify whether truly Abner Osasari was a nurse in a Savior church, a Savior hospital here or there. I don't get it. Minister, I think we should look into this again. All those who have left, let's find out those who verified or certified or checked for them their certificates, because I know even when you are leaving, look at these things and streamline, maybe we can start from there, so that whoever brings a certificate back to be verified or checked, we should find out whether the person, one, went on a steady leave, whether the person has paid his or her bond back, or what. These things can help reduce, as we also put in.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think that we partially agree. Most of the time it has to do with your school, the school that you attended, and the prospectus or whatever it is you get from the school. As to whether you're a nurse or not, maybe we can talk to the Medical and Dental Council or the nurses agencies that certify them and see what requirements they are and see how best we can all manage it. Thank you.
On this,
Come on, let me add this. I think it will be very difficult when they get in there to bring them back or to get them to refund the money. Huh? Oh, they will be. The system there, like he explained, when you get there, however your qualification, you write exams. So there's no. Anyway, let me finish. Let me add this. You were talking about the bonding system.
Yeah.
You see, that is where we need to look at. That's where we need to look at so that we can take care of this issue. If not, if the person leaves, the system, there's no system for us to get the person back or get the person to pay. So what we need to do is that let's look at how we bond these people when they are going for studies. How do we bond them? How do we bond them? First and foremost, if somebody is going for studies, maybe we should get away, but at least there is somebody that we can collect the money from. Either than that, once the person leaves, it's difficult for you to get the person to come and pay the money.
Okay. On this note, Chad, you are discharged.
Very grateful, Honorable, and be blessed.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Within 30 days, you'll bring us the information.
Very
Now,
honorable.
ladies and
Grateful.
gentlemen, we are taking 30 minutes health break. We are going to do Tai Chi, and we'll be back in 30 minutes. So it's 3:09. We'll be seated at 3:40 for us to continue with the process. Thank you very much.
Anna.
Anyone fascinated by the natural world has probably wondered why some animals have such strange-looking sense organs. The elephant with its huge ears. The antennae of a butterfly, which up close look like feathers. The snake with its split tongue. And what about less obvious enhancements, like the sensory cells on a crocodile's skin? Surely these evolutionary traits aren't just for decoration. In fact, the size, shape, and location of these animal sense organs is all for a purpose. And just like us, animals rely on their senses to communicate with each other, find their way around, stay safe, and most importantly, to find food. When you see how superior some animal senses are compared to those of humans, you might wonder how we ever manage to stay on top of the food chain. animal super senses. You won't believe what's possible. What we see above the ground is only a small part of the natural world. A busy, complex web of life lies just beneath our feet. Fossorial animals are well adapted to life underground. They live in burrows, tunnels, and mounds, using the earth or whatever substrate they live in to build their homes, find their food and friends, and stay safe from enemies. In this episode of Animal Super Senses, we find out more about the animals that have their feet firmly planted on or under the ground, and find out how their senses. For animals that live underground, adaptations for digging deep come with the territory. That includes strong limbs, claws to dig with, and a keen sense of touch. Forest of southeastern Australia. Perfect for pushing through the soil. Their forepaws are used for excavation. They can remove just about any obstacle with their incisors. To expand the sides and roof of a tunnel, wombats twist the upper body and perform barrel rolls. Their front end is backed up by an impenetrable posterior. Wombats have what is called a dermal shield on their rear, a plate of bone, muscle, and cartilage that can help defend their home from intruders. They can seal the entrance with their tough bums, or squeeze under the invader and slam them against the tunnel roof. To avoid the heat of the day, this marsupial stays cool in its burrow. The wombat comes out at night to feed on grass and the roots and bulbs of plants. They are able to pick up the most tender shoots because of a split upper lip. And to cope with their